Hey everyone, Gil here from GTraderPro with a mid-afternoon look at the NASDAQ today's action, and then the NQ. And here you see a 5-minute chart of the market here, and encompasses the full session currently running here now, just coming up to 2 o'clock Eastern time, and the market is continuing to move lower. Now, what I want to do is introduce you, give you a little bit of a glimpse into how we trade the markets on an intraday basis. So here you see a really interesting move at 8 o'clock. Now today we had CPI report, which came out at 8:30, and we had a real nice move to the upside off of CPI. Prior to CPI, we had a nice a little bit of turbulence here, a little bit of volatility that came down and tested a key level, very similar to what was tested about a half an hour prior to that. We see a swing low here, we see a swing low here. Then we had this really beautiful run to the upside. Obvious market ran into something, declined and firmed up nicely for another advance, another pullback into the same neighborhood, another lower advance, lower highs, and once again right back down to this key price area of 908, basically 21,908. Now, so I ask you, how could we know how to trade this? How could we know that price was likely to advance, where it could run and advance to before it would run into something very important and have a pullback? And how can we explain this price movement with an obvious swing low, a swing high, a swing low, swing high? How can we explain this and know in advance where these prices resided, where these prices sat, and how we could potentially trade that? So here I'm going to give you a quick little look at GLevelsUltra. This is our indicator that utilizes our proprietary G-level principle, and very early in the morning gives us these critical levels that the market is likely to test. While I'm not here to teach the concept, what I do want to present to you is way back here in the wee hours of just after midnight, wee hours of the morning, we had what we refer to as GLevelsUltra generated our pivot level. Told us as we came into the London Open, here's the London Open back here at 3 o'clock, what was going to be pivot. And as we can see, the indicator gave us a level of 21,000, call it 897. And the concept, the principle behind G-levels is that if we stay above this pivotal level, this is instrumental to, in essence, a trend up. And our first targets are what we refer to at GTraderPro as our pre-New York inner levels. These are the inner levels dictated by the pre-New York session. So we can see here, just the indicator did a beautiful job showing firming up all 5-minute closes above the pivot. This would have been a very conservative target for a trader. So not a huge trade from 895 up to 933, but about a 50-point advance. And then the market went sideways against these levels as we approached deeper into or later into the pre-market. Once again, we see this dip down here at about 720, 725 Eastern time, where the market comes down and again tests that level, closes just below it, and then bounces right back and recovers right above it. We refer to this as the golden goose trade. This is a long signal, beautiful long signal to once again run up to the inner New York lines. And you can see in that strange 5-minute bar, very good volatile 5-minute bar, I believe there was a comment, something about the China trade talks out of London yesterday, but you can see how exactly the market nailed both of these levels as indicated by Ultra. Once again, the pivot holds, they move up, and then they hit the second level, first out of the second two levels. And then as we approach the the CPI report, we sat right on the inner lines. And again, what we know, what our traders know, is that with the market supporting on these levels, our next targets are to the upside, and we have a trend underway. And we can see here beautifully that at about 8:35, 8:40, the market went to the extreme level as determined by Ultra, a very difficult level to move beyond. Would have been a great short for anybody here after this run to short the market. And notice where they came right back on down to, and we would use these levels as targets on a short. As we move forward now, we can see what's going on here. We had another beautiful, again, a close above the New York inner levels, and we had this beautiful move on up. And you can see how they're using these very precise price levels. Look at how nice and clean that level was in this moment. Notice there's no 5-minute close above the level, so no indication that they're going to go up to the extreme of 074. Again, no close above 20,020, indicating that the market can be shorted. And they have now finally failed at the pivot level and come down to our first inner levels on the downside. And the market just dropped straight down finally. And when you break the pivot level and close below it, you're virtually assured of reaching the lower level to the downside. Again, the mirror image of the double greens down up here, and we end up down here at our inner New York levels. We have not yet sold off enough to touch the deeper levels, and as we can see, we do have deeper potential for the downside. It's all going to come down to, if we continue to close 5 minutes above the inner lines, the market should bounce right back to the pivot. This would be a long signal with a 5-minute close, which it just did, above these levels. Our traders know that that's technically a long trade to head back to the pivot, exit the trade, and if we get above the pivot, then we take and we re-enter the long trade to head back up to the other side of that indicator. So there's just a little bit of a glimpse into what we're doing at GTraderPro. This is again the GLevelsUltra indicator. You might want to check that out. Check out our Facebook page, check out our website, and we invite you to join us on our free, completely free Discord channel. Watch what we're doing every day. Become a member. It doesn't cost you anything to become a member, and learn a little bit more about what we're doing here with our G levels and how we're utilizing this incredible indicator that we've been using over here now for quite some time. So take a peek. We invite you to join us. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to chat with you. And until next time, good trading to everybody.